Will COVID-19 change the world? By this point, it's clear there will be no V-shaped recovery and no return to normal. The world will change, as it does after any social, geopolitical, or economic event of this magnitude. But how? A group at Deloitte Consulting and Salesforce teamed up to map out 4 fascinating scenarios, which explore not just the economic effects, but also the social, political, environmental, and technological possibilities. A quick summary of the 4. Scenario number 1, passing storm. Despite a bumpy start, the pandemic is met with an increasingly effective health system and political response. There is no second wave. The economy starts to rebound late in 2020, continuing to recover slowly until the second half of 2021, as confidence gradually returns. Social cohesion is generally improved, virtual learning and conferencing accelerate. Inequality is heightened, but trust in government rises, as does the ability to tackle other big problems like climate change. Scenario number 2, good company. The health crisis is prolonged, the economic crisis is prolonged, governments struggle to deal with it. But companies step up, putting stakeholder capitalism into action. Telecommuting and online education become the norm, innovation flourishes, and people embrace technology for its power to solve problems, a reversal of the techlash. Trust in government falls. Scenario number 3, sunrise in the East. China and other East Asian countries manage the crisis more effectively than those in the West, and rise as the primary powers on the world stage. Western governments respond by enhancing government control mechanisms. Travel-related industries face extended decline. And scenario number 4, lone wolves. Rolling waves of the disease continue to rock the globe for longer than anyone was prepared for, creating widespread social unrest and leading to increased isolationism as well as growing government surveillance. Governments take more control over business life, and global environmental efforts are deprioritized as countries focus on food and energy independence. I asked Andrew Blau, the managing director at Deloitte who led the scenario planning, which of these he thought most probable. He said, "We are dealing with fundamental uncertainty. We've never seen a crisis like this. To assign probabilities seems irresponsible. Besides, you are much more resilient if you are prepared for a range of possibilities." The words of Alan Murray there from Fortune magazine. If you want to see the full scenarios of what Deloitte and Salesforce has mapped out, you can go to fortune.com, click on the links, and it'll take you to the full scenario report. And if you favor the more optimistic ones, Alan Murray encourages you to read a piece on Fortune.com on how the private and public sector came together in Seattle, my hometown, to fight the pandemic. He says it's quite a story. So do that if you would like to. Fortune.com is where you can find all of that. A program note. On our next Conversation Collage, the guest is Michael O'Neill, character actor. You've seen him in a range of things, both movies and television. You might remember him best for his role in The West Wing. He was the head of Jed Bartlett's Secret Service detail. Michael O'Neill is starring in a new drama that's on NBC, and it will be on April 30th for 2 hours. They're going to rerun the pilot that first ran on March 24th. They're going to rerun that at 8 o'clock and then 9 o'clock, the second episode. It's a 10-episode season, and we had a very good conversation, and we will have that for you on the next Conversation Collage. I thank you for joining me on this, the 35th edition of Conversation Collage. Hope you found it interesting, enlightening, and hopefully you learned something from it, maybe just a little nugget, and that you'll join us for the next one. Be sure to like us on Facebook, again, Conversation Collage Podcast, Instagram, Conversation Collage Podcast. Catch us next time with Michael O'Neill. Be good to yourself.